Are you a home or a business owner looking for to go solar? Do you know that are mistakes that many people commit which cause the solar system to fail on them? The following are 10 common mistakes which I think you should avoid them if you are thinking about going solar. These will definitely help you be better at the solar system that you either intend to have or you already have and want it to work perfectly for you. Now smash that like button if you are ready for our today's video, and if you are not subscribed, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any coming episodes. Now let us get right into it. The first mistake is that people assume that just because they have that solar system working for them, it doesn't require any maintenance. Now, you need to ensure that you engage your technician constantly so that they carry out maintenance, which is periodically, can be set for 6 months or even 12 months, but you need to ensure that that maintenance is carried out. Number two, this normally manifests itself during the sizing. You find that someone decides to have very small battery size. This is definitely affected in the sense that the solar panels will fully charge the battery very early during the day. And this excessive power, which in many cases is not used during the day, is wasted. Now, the problem comes when during the night, when these panels are not usable, you find that the battery has a very low capacity to power or to supply power throughout the night or on cloud cover. That is a problem that is usually occasioned by very small battery size. The best way to do it is to ensure that you have the right size that will comfortably power the appliances that you have in the home, even when the sun hours are over. The third mistake is having undersized or long DC cables. We understand that when it comes to DC systems, these systems have very high currents and very low voltages. For instance, a battery which is 12 volts DC 200 amp hours means that through the cables and the amount of current that can be transmitted is very high. Therefore, you need to ensure that the cables are able to handle the size of current that flows through. This happens between the inverter and the battery, where we have the battery connected to the inverter through these cables. If these cables are very long, if they are also loosely connected, there will be a problem. If they are undersized, it means that they will be overheating when the currents are flowing through them. Therefore, you need to ensure that you correct that. The fourth mistake, my top boss, is panel orientation, and this is in relation to the sun. If the panel orientation is off, it means that the power that it will harness from the rays coming from the sun will definitely impact on the efficiency. Mistake number 5 is mixing old and new batteries. This I have witnessed especially with the lead acid batteries. You find that someone will buy a new battery and simply mix it with the existing batteries. This affects greatly the performance of the batteries. It also influences the way the inverter will perform. And did you know that it can definitely lead to the damage of the new battery cells? And that is a mistake that people need to avoid. At number 6 is overloading the inverter. During sizing, if someone designed that the inverter has to take 3 kilowatt maximum, then you overload with a system that requires 5 kilowatt. It means that that inverter will strain to perform. It may even shut down, or some inverters which are not sensitive or don't have the systems to shut down may even be damaged. It is important for you to understand that when sizing the system, your technician will factor in all of those appliances that you listed. And if you intend to upgrade the system, you are supposed to notify this person so that you don't strain the inverter. Straining the inverter may damage it, and it may also lead to you replacing the entire inverter, which may be very, very costly. So it is important for you to ensure that your system is not strained, because this will overwork the inverter, damaging it eventually. Top boss, are you a homeowner looking forward to have solar power in either your home or your business? At Top Heights Solar, we will help you overcome that hurdle that is in your head about the many questions that you have. Just click the link on the description or the first comment, and we will definitely help you with sizing your system. Regardless of where you are in the world, we will definitely help you with a system that will work best when your technician finally implements it. At number 7 is the protection aspect of your solar power system. Majority of the people think that protection only works when we talk about the general electrical installations. But did you know that direct current or DC currents from the panels are very, very dangerous? That is why we need to ensure that we have maximum protection for this system. We normally have a surge protection along that line. We have DC surge protection. Did you know that if you are not aware about it, yes, there is DC SPD. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. And if you have never encountered such, let me know and I will create a video elaborating about this aspect of surge protection. Also, another thing that we cannot look down upon is definitely earthing or grounding. Solar power requires earthing and it requires grounding. This system also are important in these solar installations. Did you know that a lightning arrestor also comes in handy? In a separate video, we will definitely be talking about the protective devices that are required in solar installations. And at number 8, we have wrong settings at the inverter. This is normally occasioned by poor commissioning by the technicians that installed that system. Therefore, you need to ensure that the inverter settings are correct so that the system will always prioritize what works for you. Some people use solar power as a backup. Others use the national electricity grid as a backup. All of these is definitely calibrated at the inverter to ensure that you maximize on the system performance. At number 9, we have poor maintenance on the solar panels. This, many people don't know, affects the system performance. If the solar panels are covered with dirt, it means that the efficiency will also be greatly reduced. The amount of power that is harnessed from the sun will be reduced by the blockage of these particles, dust particles. Therefore, it is important for you to automate a system that cleans the panels or have someone occasionally clean the panels so that the power that is harnessed by the panels, all of it goes to use. And this is where efficiency comes in handy. Top bosses, before we go to number 10, be sure to subscribe if you have not, and also like this video if you are getting value. Also, if there is a point that you thought I am missing, let me know in the comment section and I may make a video, an entire video off of it. And at number 10, my top bosses is poor ventilation for both the batteries and the inverters. Did you know that batteries overheat in the event that they are blocked at the ventilation? The same happens to the inverters. There are so many components in there that may overheat because of the current exchange that happens within the circuit or the motherboard. So it is important for you to ensure that where these systems are mounted, especially for the inverter and the battery, there is a lot of airflow in and out so that the exchange of cold and hot air will ensure that the system performs optimally. Thank you so much, my top bosses, for watching our today's video. In the next video, we will be talking about more that you will request on the comment section. It will be such a pleasure to talk about the topic that you specifically, my top boss who is watching, will want me to address it on the comment section. My name is John Gatehi, and this is Top Heights Electricals and Solar. Goodbye for now.